Born light, almost white. My pa told my ma, this can't be right. I'ma take a hike, leaving her bedside cold and lonely that night. Later to return, only because my skin turned almost the same color as his, but mentally, in the recesses of his mind, he still refused to acknowledge that I was his. Man, what the fuck? That was a mistake. I told you to abort that motherfucker anyway. Those were the words that fell from his lips, trickled down to my ears, and for many years brought me to my knees and filled the wells of my eyes with tears. For I could not understand how this man, after sowing his seed and reaping his harvest, he would refuse to lead. Lead me to what society says masculinity is. Instead, you left me to defend my femininity. Left me hanging in the balance to be judged only by what another man can see. 4 years in, and you walked out. Ever since then, my life has been in a drought. Man after man being assigned to your role, but none able to complete the task because the feeling is not the same. It leaves me cold, left to grow old with the thoughts in my mind now uncontrolled. Hell has come for my soul, engulfed me with its flames and burned me from the inside out. Hell has used me as a mount, mounted me like a woman and had its way with me, stripped me of my innocence and purged me of all my delicacy. No longer flesh, my heart has become stone, and even though I know it's wrong, I just keep singing the same old song. I hate you. 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 You were not present as an example of what a man should do. You did not install discipline. You did not impart confidence. Better yet, let's keep it simple. You were barely there to even help me tie my shoe. The knowledge I drew, I didn't draw from you. I learned it from a nigga that said that I was cute. And the thought of that and you made me want to puke. So I conceal my soul every Sunday with a tie and a suit, only later for it to be revealed and have my role openly rebuked, all because I was being me. The feeling that I would get behind my own family saying that I would never amount to anything, and so their thoughts became my thoughts, and my thoughts I turned into words, and I would open up my mouth and sing, all because I was hurt from all the lies that you told me, like you would never leave me and you would never let anyone hurt me. But for several days I sat with tears in my eyes from the webs and the burns that my grandmother left on my thighs. Where was my mother? Even though she was there, she left me when you left her. Because I looked exactly like you and less like her. I had all your attributes, but I lacked the most intimate part of you, sir. Your heart. Mine had a beat, but ours were not in sync. Deprived, I continued on my way, hoping and praying that you would come around one day for more than just a week or a weekend during the 4th of July. Instead, you left me in a disappointment, and the only person around as a witness was the depth of my sigh. So I began telling myself lies like it'll happen for me next year because I told him, so he knows. But year after year, I became more and more drove behind the fact that you ignored my words. My words to you must have been absurd. It was like falling upon deaf ears, which they should have been seen as opposed to an attempt of being heard. However, I did all the listening while you did all the talking. I did all the running while you did all the walking. And even though you were walking, I still never caught up. And my soul still cringes when your name gets brought up. Why? Because my name is your name. And I'm afraid that one day we'll become one and the same. And for me, that's a problem, you see, because I have no desire to be you. I want to be there to help my son and daughter tie their shoe. I want to be there to put them on the bus and teach them things like how to solve problems without having to cuss. And if I can help it, they will never see mommy and daddy fuss because at their age, they should never know that life can be this rough. I want to protect them from things like a morning's rage and show them things like an evening sunset and block them from things that'll send them to an early grave like ministry. Instead, baby girl, go on to dentistry. Because saving teeth is still saving life, right? I didn't say I wouldn't teach them to love God, because as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. But I don't want them caught up in religiosity. I want them to know that God is bigger than any Sunday, Wednesday, or evangelical Friday. So with all that being said, let me tell you some things that I know. I know that if I lead them, then they will follow. And if I'm the example of a strong man, then I'll never have to worry about my young man being locked up because he hit a woman. I will not teach him how to Dougie, but I will teach him how to walk. I won't teach him how to spit, but I sure teach him how to talk. And for every fear that they have, I will be there to listen. I'll even be there for most of our family meals, whether they're in the living room, dining room, or kitchen. I'll be there at their schools to support their goals and dreams. And if they're anything like me, I'll be there to hear the melodies of my walls ring because my children sing just like they daddy. And I'll be proud to stand on the mountaintop and scream real loud that Otta Pappy. Until that time comes, I guess I gotta keep dreaming. Keep praying to God to keep my heart from sinking. There's a hole in my soul, won't heal. There's a pain and a rage, even now I still feel. Even though I'm a man, times I don't understand. That's what happens when you don't have father. That's what happens when you don't have father.